They said she was untouchable, and I'll be honest, for a split second I almost believed them. My $12,000 custom ATV, the one I built bolt by bolt after Afghanistan, took my leg, disappeared from my driveway like it was nothing more than a toy. And the girl who stole it, 19 years old, drunk on daddy's money, daughter of the HOA president. She peeled out in my own yard doing donuts in the gravel, flipping me off while laughing like it was a TikTok challenge. Her mother stood there with that tight little smile and said, "Brooklyn's untouchable around here. Deal with it." That's when I smiled back. Because I'm not just a disabled vet. I'm a combat engineer. And engineers don't just build things, we build traps. 3 years ago, I thought I'd found peace in Willowbrook Estates, Arizona. Quiet suburb, desert air that smelled like creosote after rain. 800 homes full of retirees, working families, folks just trying to live quiet lives. After losing my leg overseas, the VA told me to build something with my hands, therapy, they said. So I built that ATV from scratch. Hand controls customized to my prosthetic, seat molded to fit my body. Every wrench turn felt like I was putting myself back together. That machine wasn't a toy. It was how I got to VA appointments. It was my independence, my freedom. And then Delilah Thornfield decided I was a problem. If you've ever met an HOA tyrant picture that then inherited wealth, a real estate license, and a husband with political golf buddies, Delilah ran Willowbrook like it was her private kingdom. Violation notices, fines, threats. Most neighbors kept their heads down. First week I got slapped with unauthorized vehicle storage. Bylaw 47C, $500 a day. Problem was, the bylaw applied to commercial vehicles. Mine qualified as medical equipment under federal ADA protections. At the next HOA meeting, I showed up with paperwork, calm, prepared. She tapped her manicured nails on the fake wood table and said, "Do you know who I am, Mr. Steele? I am this community." Classic power move. When facts fail, pull rank. Then her daughter walked in, Brooklyn, designer sneakers squeaking against the linoleum, phone already recording. "Mom, is this the weird military guy causing problems?" That tone, I'd heard it before. From bullies who've never been punched in the mouth by consequences. When I pointed out Delilah's own garage was stuffed with real estate signs technically violating the same bylaw, the room got quiet. Real quiet. Small victory. But in the parking lot afterward, I overheard them. "Don't worry, sweetheart," Delilah whispered. "There are other ways to handle residents who don't know their place." Brooklyn laughed. "I'm literally untouchable here anyway." That word, untouchable, stuck in my teeth like sand. Phase 2 started 2 weeks later. Midnight engine revving, beer cans at my garage, tire tracks across my lawn. Anonymous HOA complaints filed while I was at VA appointments. 7 violations in one morning, all time-stamped when medical staff could confirm I wasn't even home. Then security cameras around my house got spray-painted black overnight. Professional job. That's when I stopped reacting and started planning. I dug into HOA, financial records, public documents most people never bother reading. What I found wasn't just petty bullying, it was systematic theft. Emergency repairs billed at 4 times market rate. Contracts awarded without competitive bidding. Hundreds of thousands siphoned off through Delilah's management company. And then came the night of the graduation party from hell. 60 drunk college kids stormed the neighborhood, bass shaking windows, beer and vomit stinking up the desert air, sprinklers ripped from lawns, pool furniture tossed into the water. Brooklyn spotted me filming. "Look, everybody, Pegleg Pete's still playing soldier." Her live stream exploded with comments. "Should have left both legs overseas." PTSD. Much glass shattered inches from my head when she threw a bottle at my garage. And later, around 2 a.m., she made her move. Trail cameras caught her picking my garage lock with professional tools. Not drunk, not stumbling, focused. She grabbed my ATV keys and whispered, "We were never here." Then she stole it. Here's what she didn't know. Inside that ATV military-grade GPS tracker, remote kill switch wired through a custom module, cellular cameras streaming to cloud servers. I let her ride. She took it to the country club like it was a trophy, parked under string lights, revved the engine while bragging on Instagram Live. I'm literally untouchable, she told 3,000 viewers. What's he gonna do, limp after me? That's when the twist landed, because I wasn't fighting alone anymore. Turns out retired schoolteacher Meredith Hendricks had been documenting Thornfield corruption for years. She'd been feeding information to investigative reporter Cassidy Walsh from Channel 12. My case, the stolen ATV, the disability harassment, the financial fraud was the missing puzzle piece in a statewide federal investigation. While Brooklyn did donuts for her followers, FBI agents were parked behind the clubhouse. At 6:47 p.m., she said it again. I'm untouchable. That's when I tapped the kill switch. The engine died mid-spin, gravel sprayed. Her smile evaporated. 6 unmarked vehicles rolled in. Agents stepped out like choreography, red and blue lights flashing against golden desert sunset. Brooklyn Thornfield, you're under arrest, she screamed. My dad owns this town. Agent Martinez didn't blink. Your dad's in federal custody too. The click of those handcuffs. I swear it echoed like church bells. Meanwhile, back at the Thornfield mansion, federal agents were boxing up financial records under live news cameras. RICO charges, wire fraud, civil rights violations, asset forfeiture. Delilah stood on her marble steps, mascara running, still trying to name-drop judges. Federal judges don't care who you golf with. Neighbors gathered. People who'd been quiet for years started speaking up. Carlos with overcharged invoices, Janet with forged inspection reports, Meredith with 3 years of documented intimidation. When they cuffed Delilah, I stepped forward. You told me disabled veterans should know their place, I said. I gestured at the agents, the cameras, the neighbors finally standing tall. This is our place. That was the moment it stopped being about an ATV. 6 months later, Willowbrook feels different, lighter. HOA board replaced. Transparent bidding. Fees reduced. Veterans Memorial Garden built with recovered funds. Brooklyn got 18 months. Delilah got 5 years under RICO. Real prison. Real consequences. Here's the thing I didn't understand at first. This wasn't about revenge. It was about something deeper. Power doesn't corrupt quietly. It tests how long people will stay silent. And bullies only look untouchable when everyone agrees to pretend they are. The night she stole my ATV, I could have exploded. Could have gone loud, angry, reckless. But sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is stay calm, gather evidence, and let arrogance destroy itself. Watching Brooklyn get arrested on her own live stream, that was satisfying, sure. But watching my neighbors realize they didn't have to be afraid anymore. That was the real victory. So now, I've got a question for you. How many untouchables are sitting on boards in your neighborhood right now? How many contracts get signed without anyone asking questions? How often do people stay quiet because fighting back feels impossible, and if someone pushed you that far, took your freedom, laughed in your face? What would you do? Would you explode, or would you engineer something better? Drop your thoughts below. Have you ever dealt with an HOA bully or someone who thought money made them immune? Tell me your story. Because here's the truth, untouchable is just an illusion. And sometimes all it takes to shatter it is one person who knows the law and has the guts to use it.